The story is based on a businessman and a boatman. Once upon a time, a very wealthy businessman visited a small village. His goal was to set up a large factory in that village. He reached a point where there was a river in front of him, and across the river was the village. He had two options. The first was to travel by road around the river, which would take about 10 hours because there was no direct route. The second option was to take a boat across the river, which would only take 20 minutes. To save time, he decided to take the boat. The boat was very small, with the boatman on one side and the businessman on the other side. A short while after getting on the boat, the businessman asked the boatman, "Do you know who is sitting in your boat?" The boatman replied innocently, "No, sir, I don't." The businessman then said, "Don't you read the newspaper? My photo is published every other day." The boatman said, "Sir, I don't know how to read or write. My father passed away when I was very young, and I had to start working to support my family, so I never went to school." Hearing this, the businessman mocked the boatman, saying, "You don't even know how to read and write. What's the point of such a life?" The boatman felt hurt but didn't say anything. A little later, the businessman told the boatman, "Soon on the land you see ahead, I will build a big factory where we will make mineral water bottle." The boatman didn't understand and asked, "What kind of factory?" The businessman, irritated, said, "We'll make water bottles, which don't sell in your village but are very popular in cities." The boatman replied, "Sir, how would I know? I never left this village." The businessman laughed at him and said, "You have never left this village. You didn't even know what a city. What's the point of such a life?" Hearing this, the boatman started to believe that his life was indeed worthless. Lost in these thoughts, he got distracted and the boat hit a big rock. Water started filling the boat and it happened to sink. The water was very deep and the shore was far away. The boatman realized that there was no way to save the boat. Just as he was about to jump into the river to save himself, the businessman asked, "Do you know how to swim?" The businessman, now scared, replied, "Why are you asking? I don't know how to swim." Hearing this, the boatman laughed and said, "Sir, you don't even know how to swim. What's the point of such a life?" Realizing his mistake, the businessman pleaded with folded hands, "I will give you whatever you want, just save my life." The boatman then said, "Don't worry, sir. I not only know how to swim but also know how to save people from drowning. Just hold on to me tightly and I won't let anything happen to you." The boatman then saved both his life and the businessman's life. The moral of this story is what we should never mock or look down on anyone because we never know when, where or how we might need their help.